Okay, so have you ever purchased a BMW and you've purchased it only to realize the heating and the AC ain't working? Or you'll have the AC working, but you won't get no heat inside the car, or the heat isn't very hot. Well, that's a common problem many people actually face when they purchase their first BMW, especially the 60s and the 90s, because they don't understand there's a simple option there to be able to alter that. Now, many garages won't tell you about this option. Many garages don't even know it's there themselves. Now, unless you know this, you will not even be aware, and you could be sitting in the freezing cold throughout the whole winter, not even knowing that you could have corrected your heating for free. Many people change their water pumps, many people change their coolant, many people change their thermostat thinking there's a problem with the cars coming up to temperature. Now, bearing in mind, these cars don't have a temperature gauge, so when it goes faulty, it only gives you a warning. That's about it. You will not even be able to tell if it's at temperature or not. So then people are running around changing things that they didn't even need to if they only knew this setting existed on these BMWs in the first place. Now, I do blame BMW for making it overcomplicated, but I also understand the reason behind why they did that. It was to make it so everything was more comfortable for the driver and more relaxing when you're driving or cruising on the highway. Therefore, you don't have to reach forward to touch any settings. So I'm going to show you what setting this is that you need to alter to be able to get your heat to work, and also your AC when it's needed. I'm going to show you what to do to actually turn it off so you don't have to worry about that setting coming on again.
What? Goddamn, get it done, will ya? Woo! When the blow up now, everybody's so unusual with it. Shit. But said times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York.
Okay guys, so in front of me is the CCC or the iDrive. Now, you guys wouldn't actually believe how many people I get daily messaging me and emailing me about this problem, and they don't know how to use the iDrive system. If you don't know how to use the iDrive system, you won't know how to actually fully operate this car, which will cost you a lot of money, because there's a lot of hidden settings in the iDrive that many people don't know about, and this is the reason why they take the car to garages thinking there's something actually wrong with the car, when in actual fact it was the previous owners that actually messed with this, which made it the way it is for you now. So I'm going to show you this secret setting. So when you get in the car, obviously when it's warm weather outside, when it's normal weather, you don't actually notice this, but when the temperatures drop or the temperatures go up, that's when you actually notice there's a problem. Now, many people will go to use this for their aircon and their heat and go to turn it up or turn it down for the AC. You can't do that. It's simply not the case. Now, if someone has messed with it in this system, which is the iDrive system, this won't work at all properly. You need to turn it off in here to be able to use the controls here. Now, I'm going to show you how you do that. So if you can see on your iDrive here, you've got climate. So you want to move your controller over to climate, and you just want to click on it. And as you can see there, I've got all the different programs. I've got automatic programs, seat, climate for the driver, so the heated settings for the driver. And you just want to go into air distribution. Now, as you can see, this is on cold, and you can see we flicked that and it turned this on. Now, the iDrive controls this climate control panel, and this is how they're all linked together. This was made for convenience of the drivers for when they're cruising, for instance, on a highway, motorway, you name it, so they don't have to touch the climate control system. It can all be controlled through in here. Now, if you can see, that's on cold. Now, that's the most common one I get asked about on my emails, is that they can't get heat from their car. And this is what I told you. They start thinking the thermostat's at fault, or the water pump, which the electric water pump most of them have, that's at fault because they can't get heat. People have this on cold, and if you have this setting on cold, you will not get heat from here. So by turning these dials, you will not get heat. If it's on cold, you'll read that as basically 26 Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit, and that will basically be with a cold air mixed of air. So you will not get it fully boiling hot. The only way you can get this to go fully hot is either to bring this down into the middle, right there, where it goes to white, and that will turn it completely off, so it will let you control it from the climate control panel there. Or you can move it downwards and bring it up into the hot setting, which you can see there. Now we have it fully red, which means it's only going to pump out hot heat and nothing else. If you put it into the middle line, which is the white one, you can just fully control it via the climate control panel here only, and not have to worry about controlling it through the iDrive. Many times when you first buy a BMW, most people have been playing about with it in the iDrive, so therefore it'll be set to whatever they had it on. So for instance, if you're in the winter and that's set to the heat, you're going to expect a hot burst of hot heat coming out the heaters all the time, and you'll think that there's a problem with your aircon, and vice versa if it's on the cold setting. So if you are having this issue and you're not sure what's going on and you've been running around changing everything, this will be your issue right here for your reason for not getting hot air and not getting cold air. Change this on your iDrive to the white setting, leave it there, and only use the climate control panel like many people do. Most people don't bother about using the iDrive setting to control the climate control these days. Most people just use these simple dials here and leave it as it is. So that is your option for the fix, guys, and I hope this video actually helps fix your cars. Okay guys, so there you have it. I've now shown you about the hidden climate control system in the iDrive setting itself. Now many people don't even realize it's there, and what they go and do is start ripping their car apart thinking they've got a bigger problem. Many people seem to believe they've got a problem with their water pump or their thermostat, or they start ripping their radiators out or the condenser out or the AC compressor out, because it depends on what setting it's on from the last previous owner. As I said, if it's on the hot heat, people start tearing apart the whole AC system thinking they've got an AC leak or something like that, and that's the reason it's not working. And if it's on the cold setting, they then start thinking that they've got a problem with their heat. So they start ripping out the water pump, thermostat, radiators, coolant pipes, trying to get it to work. And it simply is not the problem. The problem is in the iDrive, which a lot of garages don't even know their self sits there. You won't believe how many people I have go to garages and they don't even know that that setting is sitting behind the iDrive, and the garages tells them they don't know, and they charge them a load of money in labor just for that simple fix, which takes literally 10 seconds to do. So I hope this video is going to save a lot of you a lot of money, and also save a lot of you a lot of headache in the long run, especially when the temperatures change, because this is very, very important that people actually know this, because many people will end up very badly out of pocket from garages trying to diagnose something on fitting other parts to make something work that wasn't even needed in the first place, when it's just a setting set by BMW. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It's BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.